What's up, guys? Alright, here's a video about something you're going to learn about in a second. But first, I want you to do a little experiment for me. So, I really want you to do this if you really want to learn this. I think it's important for you to have the experiential experience to truly understand what I'm talking about. Okay, so, if you're on the same page as me, listen to this experiment. You're going to use your imagination. And here it is. Okay. I want you to imagine that I am your boss. Okay? Not your boss, I'm sorry. I want you to imagine that I am your friend acquaintance. Okay? And you and I are going out to lunch and we're catching up with each other. Okay. This hasn't been discussed as far as what I've told you as your friend and acquaintance, that we're just catching up. But somehow are you aware that I have an ulterior motive? My ulterior motive is that I'm trying to decide if I want you to be a potential employee of mine. Somehow you know this, that I have a job opportunity for you that is 4 times the salary you have right now, half the amount of time spent, in work, and it's just an awesome job all around. So, got this awesome job opportunity for you, possibly because I haven't made my decision, and we're just going out to lunch together. From what I've said or whatever, is just to catch up, and in my own mind, I'm trying to make a decision whether I want to have you as my employer or not. Okay, so that's the parameters of your imagination. I want you to imagine that right now. Okay. Imagine your conversation you have, whatever, just the whole surroundings. Truly imagine that. Okay. Imagine keep imagining how this job is way better than yours, and I want you to notice how you feel inside. Okay? Do you notice how you feel inside? Okay. So, if you notice yourself feeling like not very good and kind of like this craving emotion or feeling, like basically you're not okay as you are right now in this moment, that feeling, which is associated with the mental thought process of, oh my God, I really want this job. If I get this job, I'll be so happy then. My life will be so much better. That mental thought process with the bodily reaction to it, which is like not okay and relaxed and fulfilled in this moment. So, typical person, most likely, because the mind has the default reaction to it, would have one feel in a state of craving and the feeling of need and not fulfilled as it is in the moment. Okay? That's what the mind and body would likely be doing. Okay, now on the flip side of that, I want you to think about what giving is, like truly. So, I want you to imagine that you have everything you want and need in the world. Okay? So imagine that. You're at lunch, same scenario, this person. But instead of this boss still has that, feeling or whatever, he has this job that's 4 times the salary, the time, the pay, and stuff like that. Same thing. But instead of you having the same job you have, imagine you have everything you want in the world. The job, maybe you don't have a job, maybe it's whatever. Maybe imagine you have everything you want in the world, okay? And you're out to lunch with the boss, interacting with him, etc. Okay, now imagine that now. Okay? You notice how you feel right now when you're imagining that? You probably feel pretty good because you have everything you want. You don't have that craving, that needing feeling. Okay? So, this video is about how there's that mental mind process of the craving and needing one, which you did the first time, and then also that second process and experience you had where you felt like you had everything in the world you needed. Okay. So, I'm making a case right now that the second one is actually a way better way to feel, not only because it just feels better in the moment, it's a better way to experience your life because it feels better, but it also feels better because of a couple other things. One being, it's better for your health. This is scientifically proven. If you want, you can Google this if you want to test all these things that I say. You can test psychological impact on gratefulness. There's one study I learned about 2 years ago. Another study I learned about 3 years ago or 4 years ago that basically had said that people who with a high level of gratefulness, some type of spiritual practice was actually up there. Basically, these are just statistics that was presented and still is presented in the field of positive psychology, that study. So, I'm arguing the case that you should always be feeling the second way. Because one, it feels better just for yourself. And this is your life, this is your experience. Who knows, you hear people always say this, you only live once, you could die tomorrow. So, always, if you can, feel that way. And two, of course, there's not always, maybe at a funeral. But even then, someone could argue that. But let's not even get into that. Speaking in generalities here. Okay, second, it's good for your health psychologically and your body, because these are affected. Thirdly, the world is actually more attracted to that second process, which is you feeling fulfilled and okay as you are in the moment. Okay, as you had done in that experiment, imagination, hopefully you noticed that while you're interacting with your friend and acquaintance who would be a potential employer, you probably portrayed yourself more confidently, more smoothly, any of those other ways that actually would lead you to probably get in the job more. Okay? So, potential employers are more attracted to that. People are more attracted to that, whether it be friends and keeping them, or having new friends, or girlfriend or boyfriend or whatever, romantic or even partner for the night or whatever. If you're feeling good, just people are attracted to that. People are attracted to value. When you're aware of your value or aware of what there is valuable in your life, aka being grateful, when you practice that, the world is attracted to that. That's just the way it is. Okay, and through that, you get more of what you are interested in / want. Okay, there's want and craving is different. That's why I said you are interested in. You get more of what you're interested in or want. Okay, craving is different. Craving is where you feel not okay in the moment as you are, and you need this in order to be happy. That whole process just is perpetual. So, those are the 4 reasons why it's better to practice the second one. 1, I already told you, subjectively it feels better. 2, it's better for your health, psychologically and your body. Those are interconnected. If you don't know that, do some basic research. It's well known. 3, the world is attracted to that. They are attracted to value / being grateful, whatever you want to call that. Job interviews, you'll be more confident. Friends, girlfriends, boyfriends, whatever, girls, guys. You portray yourself in a way that people are attracted to being around. Thus, you'll get more of what you want. Okay? So, I know it's very easy to be like, yes, this is true. It's very hard for me to feel that way, though. And I know, I'm not perfect at it either. Just because I'm doing a video on this doesn't mean that I'm always feeling that way. It's not. I just happen to become aware of this. I like making videos about this, and it actually helps me become more aware of it through making videos. And it's probably going to help you become more aware of it by watching this video. So, that's the first step, which I just said, awareness. So, once you become aware of this happening, so when you're feeling shitty, okay, know it's bad for your health, okay? The world has an aversion towards it. So when you're feeling that craving, needing thing, that's not good for your health. The world has an aversion towards it. So if you go to a job interview, like being like, oh, God, I really want this job. You know, the person interviewing you is going to be less likely to hire you because of what you're portraying to them. You're portraying that you're unvaluable and only the employer has something to offer you. You have nothing to offer them. That's what you're portraying. But if you come feeling grateful and aware of your value, the employer will sense that you have something to offer, thus wanting to hire you. Okay? So, this is the third reason why you don't want to be feeling that craving stuff. And then, yes, therefore you get less of what you want because the world has an aversion towards it. Okay? So, you need to become aware of that thought process. 2, you have to remember why you don't want to feel that way and why you do want to feel grateful and fulfilled and being aware of it. Okay? So once you got to know why, here's one of the ways how, or a couple ways I can mention, which is shifting your awareness. Okay? That's an important one. So let's say I'm on my way to the job interview, or whatever, like today, I just got a new job. I got there, right on time. Instead of shifting my awareness to a place of like, oh, you should have been 10 minutes early, or you should have been 5 minutes early, or whatever, Instead of going to that place, I shift my awareness to, okay, I have so many job opportunities right now, I really do. I'm fucking awesome. I'm a great employee. Boom. I'm smooth, I'm the bomb. Bam. While I'm doing that, I'm interacting with my boss. Everything's going well. Boom. Okay, so that's what you do. You shift your awareness. It's a new job interview. And you go there. Be aware of all your strengths, all the awesome things about yourself. Boom, you'll feel confident. You'll feel fulfilled. Anything that makes you feel grateful, fulfilled, and valuable. Okay, so whatever you can do to shift and keep redirecting your awareness to that area. Okay? And yeah, that's basically it. So there's a couple ways couple practices I have. So I did the job interview example. Here would be one for interacting with people, potential romantic partners for the night or whatever. So if I'm out of the bars, I want to feel good as I am in the moment. I can have like a couple points of reference that I'm going to continue to redirect my mind anytime I want. So it's very easy for someone to fall into the default mindset of like, oh, I'm not this enough to talk to this girl, or I'm not blah, blah, blah. That's the default mindset that society has put into our heads. Or you can be like, okay, fuck that. I'm going to do what I want, and I'm going to feel good. And bam, I'm not going to be held in by society's bullshit and try to trap me into whatever. So, my points of reference will be tonight. I will be aware of all the cool little sparkles there are in the room. Sounds kind of weird, whatever. That's one I use. You can use it whatever you want. I'm telling you my example. So sparkles, I become aware of like all the little cool light reflections there are. So if I'm at a cool nightclub or a bar, there's cool lights going on and stuff like that. And when I talk to people, I look in their eyes, and you might even notice mine in the video if you can, or just next time you talk to someone. There's like little reflections of light you can see in their eye. And it's really pretty cool looking. So when you're talking to that person, you could just hold your awareness on that, and you keep listening to what they're saying. You hold your awareness on them, so that way you stay connected with the person when you're talking to them. Which is people appreciate attention. So you do that, and you could have another thing. So that's my external awareness point of reference. And then let's say I notice my awareness shifting inside my head. One that happens sometimes. It goes to a bad place. Maybe it's like, oh, I'm not this enough for this person, blah, blah, blah. Instead, if your awareness is going to shift inside, might as well shift it to a good place. So once you notice it shifting inside, your second point of reference can be, I already mentioned my one point of reference on the outside. My second one would be my physical abilities or my power. So I happen to be pretty physically fit and strong and fast. So I happen to be a good runner and swimmer. So if I notice that coming, just shift my awareness to my awesomeness in that category. Bam. And then rebalance it back out into wherever else I want it. Or let's say maybe I just did like an awesome job on a math test or something like that. Weird example. But let's say if I notice that, my awareness shifting to my internal world, my mind, If I notice that, I'd be like, how awesome I did on my math test. Yes, I feel good and confident. Bam. Back into the outside world, okay? So that's one way. Another exercise would be 10 things you're grateful for and 10 wants you want in your life. Every night before you go to bed, you write the 10 things you want in your life to change or improve on, and 10 things that you're grateful for. So you write that down, and then every night you look at it before you go to sleep. Okay, I've used that before. It's pretty helpful. It got me out of depression one time. I actually learned about that through a YouTube video. It's pretty cool. Another practice is being grateful before you eat. That's something that I practice a lot. There's a lot of research that being grateful is good for your psychological health. Whatever, we already talked about this. This is good for you to practice. So simply just close your eyes or just look in front of you or look around and be grateful for what you have. Okay, feels good, it's good for your health, all that stuff. I don't need to kick a dead horse. Okay, I hope you know that it's good to feel that way and become aware of what you're grateful for. Yeah, and then maybe last one, not only be aware of these things but also create them. So if you notice when you're going out a lot, maybe in your mind you could be talking to a person and you'd be like, I'm not this enough, for this person. If whatever that this enough thing is, if you can change it, fucking change it. So like, let's say if I were to be like fat or something like that or whatever, or if I don't know, maybe had really bad teeth or something. That was something that was persistent in my head when I talked to people. Dude, change it. Go work out, run, get your teeth whitened, get braces, whatever it is. If it's something that you can't already shift the awareness of, or if it's something you can change in the moment, change it. Or if you happen to be in a place that's not very comfortable or in a relationship that's not good, instead of just shift your awareness on like, oh, the beautifulness in your eyes, fucking drop that girlfriend if she's not good for you, okay? Whatever it is. So this is a combination of changing what there is in the external environment in order for you to feel good, grateful, and fulfilled, and shifting your awareness, okay? So each has a rightful place. Either way, there's no good reason for you to feel shitty, okay? Change something, whether it be your perception or something in your life, okay? Because, one more time, it feels better. It's better for your health psychologically and your body health because that's related. The world's attracted to that, whether it be job opportunities, money-making opportunities, or opportunities with friends, romantic partners for the night or the future, whatever. And more importantly, in a way, the world is attracted to it, thus you get more of what you want. Okay? Hope this makes sense. Hope you can become aware of it. Remember why you want to feel that way, and then change it. Shift your awareness. Make a practice. I've talked about that in other videos. If you're interested in how to get a little bit better at that, of shifting your awareness, I did a video on practicing versus being attached to outcomes and how you can use your mind to meditate on things. So, I might do another video that makes it a little more practical or easy to understand that last part I'm talking about and how to get good at shifting your awareness. Just practice it on your own, though. You'll find your own way. Everyone's got their own way. So, hope that makes sense. Have a good one, guys.